Hello everyone, back here for another video. Today we're going to talk about pretty much the worst mistake you can make if you're a non-citizen charged with a crime, or the worst mistakes I should say. And I see these commonly throughout my years of practice, and so we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. There are many different ways that non-citizens react when they're charged with a crime. Some totally ignore it, don't care, whatever. Some believe that there's absolutely no hope, no matter what crime it is. And so perhaps they ignore it, or perhaps they don't care, they don't do anything about it. The other way you can make a mistake if you're charged with a crime is you get so scared about the process that you just decide to ignore it. Maybe you don't show up to court, a warrant's issued, or maybe you just go back to your home country thinking that it's completely hopeless, that you're going to be able to do anything about the charge and then your consequent immigration status after the charge is done. It doesn't matter what the crime is. It doesn't matter how minor. It doesn't matter how major. Every single non-citizen charged with a crime must consult with an attorney who is competent, and let's just put it bluntly, who knows what they're talking about with the immigration consequences of criminal convictions. Because knowledge is power. You need to know more than to know less. The other way that you make a mistake that I talked about earlier is thinking that everything is hopeless, and therefore you either ignore it or you just go ahead and plead guilty, and you don't consult with an immigration attorney because you figure, oh, you're done. That would be a mistake as well. There may be ways to salvage your immigration status. There may be even ways to obtain legal immigration status despite the fact that you're charged with a crime. Every case is different. Every crime is different. Each crime carries with it its own individual criminal consequences and our immigration consequences, and you need to know before you conclude your criminal case what those particular options are. Again, knowing is better than not knowing. And the only way you will know the immigration consequences of your criminal charge is if you consult with a properly trained attorney who knows and understands the laws in your jurisdiction and how they relate to your immigration status, if at all. So I guess what I'm talking about in this video is, if you are not a U.S. citizen and you are charged with a crime, consult with an attorney who knows what they're talking about in this area before you do anything in your criminal case. A criminal defense attorney will know that they cannot competently represent you if they do not take the immigration consequences into effect. It's not good enough for your criminal defense attorney to say, you know what, I don't know, I'm not an expert in immigration, you do what you have to do. That's not good enough. Your criminal defense attorney has to either research the area himself, or reach out to an immigration law firm such as ours to perhaps get a consult as to what's going on and the consequences of the criminal charge, or they tell you the client, go look for an immigration attorney, and let's find out the potential consequences here. The criminal defense attorney can't ignore the immigration aspects of their case. They can no longer ignore it. What the U.S. Supreme Court said in a landmark case called Padilla versus Kentucky is that they recognized that immigration consequences might actually be the most important thing to a criminal defense client, even more important than the potential sentences that they can get for the case. And therefore, it is not a collateral consequence like a real estate license or the client's employment. It is part and parcel of the criminal defense, of a competent criminal defense representation case. You got to do it. So either you have your attorney go out, seek out an immigration opinion, or you seek out an immigration opinion. Absolutely vital. I hope this helps. Please do not ignore immigration issues if you're a non-citizen and you're charged with a crime. And the proper time to address it is before or at least during the pendency of your criminal charge. It's too late, most likely, if you try to address this after it's done. At least after it's done, if the outcome is some kind of a conviction. All right, thank you. I know it's quick. We'll have another one next week. Thank you. Bye.